Hello dear students, good evening. I welcome you all to BSc second year microbiology class. In this semester, you have two theory papers of microbiology, paper 5 and paper 6. I am going to deal with unit 2nd of paper 6. In this unit, we are going to learn industrial microbiology. This year, you are going to learn the basic concepts of fermentation. So let us begin with what is fermentation. Last year, you have learned the history of fermentation. The term fermentation was coined by Louis Pasteur in 1856. Louis Pasteur discovered the first fermentation, that is, formation of wine or wine fermentation. Fermentation in terms of biochemistry is defined as an ATP generating process in which the electron donor and electron acceptor both are organic compounds. You are learning metabolism in the other paper. So you know what is ATP generating process. Fermentation is one of the ATP generating process in which the electron donor and the electron acceptor both are organic compounds. We also can call as fermentation is a microbial process that converts a valueless substrate into a valuable product. For fermentation process, we use raw material, and this raw material is a valueless substrate. Microorganisms act upon this raw material and convert this into a valuable product. Many products are made by the process of fermentation. These include amino acids, enzymes, organic acids, vitamins, antibiotics, solvents, and fuels. Presently, the term fermentation is broadly used, and it is used solely to any phenomenon involving microorganisms. The first part of your syllabus is primary and secondary metabolites. Now, how metabolites are related to the fermentation processes? This is because we produce different products by using microbial metabolism. Microorganisms metabolize, means what they do? In any living cell, the chemical reactions are taking place, and those chemical reactions in total are called as metabolic reactions. The process is called as metabolism. During this process of metabolism, some intermediates are formed and some products are formed. These intermediates and products of metabolism are called as metabolites. For example, in glycolysis, a molecule of glucose is split into two molecules of pyruvic acid. This does not take place in a single step. Glucose is converted first to glucose 6-phosphate, then it is converted to fructose 6-phosphate, then it is converted to fructose 1,6-diphosphate, and this goes on. Finally, it gets converted into two molecules of pyruvic acid. So from glucose 6-phosphate to all the intermediates before the formation of pyruvic acid, this will be called as intermediates, and pyruvic acid will be the product of glycolysis. All these intermediates and products will be called as metabolites. They are called as metabolites. In a cell, various chemical reactions, various metabolic reactions are taking place, and there are different types of intermediates and products produced. All these in total are called as metabolites. These metabolites can be used in industrial microbiology to obtain different fermentation products. These can be used to obtain amino acids, to develop vaccines, to produce antibiotics, to isolate chemicals that are necessary for organic synthesis. So, metabolites are the products of fermentation, and therefore we should know what are primary metabolites and what are secondary metabolites. As I am talking here primary metabolites and secondary metabolites, this means that there are two types of metabolites. Metabolites are divided into two categories as primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. What are primary metabolites? Primary metabolites are also called as central metabolites. Primary metabolites are involved in growth, development and reproduction of the organisms. That means these are essential for growth of the cells. These are essential metabolites for the development and the reproduction of the cells. These primary metabolites are formed during logarithmic growth phase, that is also called as trophophase, because they are produced during energy metabolism and they are considered essential for proper growth of the organisms. The primary metabolites produced by different organisms are the same. Primary metabolites are usually produced in large quantities and their extraction is easy. The examples of primary metabolites: ethanol, lactic acid, citric acid, and certain amino acids including L-glutamate and L-lysine. Primary metabolites are further divided into two categories. Some primary metabolites are called as primary essential metabolites because these are the important compounds required to sustain the process of cell growth, and hence these are produced in large quantity in adequate amount. For example, vitamins, nucleosides and amino acids. These are primary essential metabolites. Sub-primary metabolites are called as primary metabolic end products. These are the normal end products of the fermentation process of primary metabolism. It means these are the end products of primary metabolism. These include ethanol, acetone, lactic acid, butanol, etc. Primary metabolites are of two types: primary essential metabolites, which are produced in large quantities and these are required for cell growth. Vitamins, nucleosides, amino acids are the examples. Primary metabolic end products are the end products of primary metabolism and these include ethanol, acetone, lactic acid, butanol, etc. Importance of primary metabolites. As I already told you, primary metabolites are produced in large quantities. That is, there is excessive production of primary metabolites. And the excessive production of primary metabolites is very important and useful in the large scale production in industry. Enzymes are primary metabolites. Even the enzymes formed during the processes have many uses in food production, in textile finishing and in other industries also. The other types of metabolites are secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites do not have any role in cell growth, in development of cells and in reproduction of cells. That means these are not essential for growth, development and reproduction of cells. Secondary metabolites are formed during the stationary phase of growth of organisms. These are not produced when the cell is growing actively. These are produced at the end of the stationary phase, or this phase also called as EDO phase. These metabolites produced varies in different species. Means all the species that are producing secondary metabolites do not produce the same metabolites. They produce different type of secondary metabolites. Again, all organisms do not produce secondary metabolites. This capacity is found in some type of organisms and secondary metabolism is absent in some type of organisms. Secondary metabolites are considered as end products of primary metabolites. The examples of secondary metabolites include phenolics, steroids, essential oils, alkaloids, antibiotics, etc. Secondary metabolites are produced by very specific microorganisms only. These are produced in small quantities and their extraction is difficult. Generally, microorganisms synthesize numerous groups of secondary metabolite instead of producing only one secondary metabolite. For example, a strain of Streptomyces produces 35 anthracyclines at a time instead of one. The importance of secondary metabolites. Many of the identified secondary metabolites have a role in ecological function, including defense mechanism or different defense mechanisms, by serving as antibiotics and by producing pigments. Some of the secondary metabolites are specific enzyme inhibitors. Some of the secondary metabolites are growth promoters. And some secondary metabolites also indirectly support the cell in sustaining their life for a long duration. So this is about the primary and secondary metabolites. We will repeat in brief. Primary metabolites are called as central metabolites. Primary metabolites are produced during logarithmic growth phase of the organisms, also called as trophophase. Primary metabolites are produced by all the organisms and they produce the same primary metabolites. These are produced in large quantities and the extraction is easy. Industrially important primary metabolites include ethanol, lactic acid, citric acid, and certain amino acids. Primary metabolites are further divided into two categories as primary essential metabolites and primary metabolic end products. Vitamins, nucleosides, amino acids are called as primary essential metabolites. And the products like ethanol, acetone, lactic acid, butanol, etc. are called as primary metabolic end products. Primary metabolites are produced in excessive amount and they are very useful for large scale production in industries. For example, various enzymes have different functions in textile industries or in food industries, etc. Secondary metabolites are not essential for growth. Secondary metabolites are not essential for development and reproduction of organisms. So they are not produced during active growth phase, but they are produced during stationary phase of organisms. It is also called as EDO phase of growth. Different organisms produce different type of secondary metabolites. All the organisms do not produce the secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites are considered as the end products of primary metabolism. The examples of secondary metabolites are phenolics, steroids, antibiotics, essential oils, alkaloids, etc. Secondary metabolism is associated with specific microorganisms only. Secondary metabolites are not produced in large quantities like primary metabolites, but they are produced in small quantity and their extraction is difficult. Many microorganisms synthesize numerous group of secondary metabolites instead of producing a single secondary metabolites. The example I have given here is Streptomyces produces nearly different 35 anthracyclines instead of one. Secondary metabolites have a significant role in defense mechanism. Some of the secondary metabolites act as antibiotics. Some of the secondary metabolites are enzyme inhibitors. Some of them are growth promoters and they also indirectly support the cell for sustaining their life for a longer duration. So this is about the brief introduction of primary and secondary metabolites. Thank you. We will see the next point in next video. Thank you very much.